Guys are doing well. Sorry that we're starting off a bit late, but I'm really happy that I'm talking to you all again. So a big hello and a warm welcome. Hi, Pega. Hi to everybody in the class. Thank you, everybody. Pega, you may need to mute your mic sometimes. There's a lot of noise in the background, but thank you, Ashkan, Ali, and Omid, and Sohaila, and many others. Everybody, this is Grammar Builder, and as you can see, this is a book that we are using this session called Grammar in Use. It is a great book for you guys to learn more about grammar, and then as a result, speak better. So this is the 5th edition, and we are going to focus on unit number 5 today, and that's it. So let's go and let's get started. So first, let's read these sentences. So Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer. He lived from 1756 to 1791. I've got a question. Are we talking about the past, or are we talking about the future? Which one?
Past.
Past.
Of course, we're talking about the past. And who are we talking about?
Past.
Mozart, right? We're talking about Mozart. And was Mozart a baker or a teacher, or was he a musician?
Musician.
Yeah, he was a musician. And he played musical instruments, but he also wrote music. What do we call someone who writes music? Composer. Yeah. So as a composer, as a musician, you play the guitar, for example, or you play the violin, right? You're a musician. But if you can write music, if you can show people how to play and what to play, then you're not just a musician. You are a composer. So was Mozart just a musician?
And composer.
Oh, no, he was not just a musician. He was a musician and he was a composer. So let's go on. He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5 and wrote more than 600 pieces of music. And he was only 35 old when he died. So again, the past or the future?
Past.
Of course, you're talking about the past. That's great. And how do we know this piece is about the past? How do we know that?
ED or was or...
Absolutely. Yeah, we can see verbs in the past tense. So I don't say Mozart is an Austrian. Austria is a country in Europe. I say Mozart was. And the reason I can use was is because first, it's about the past. Second, Mozart is not alive. He is
Dead.
He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Great. So was it Austrian musician and composer? He lived from 1756 to 1791. So again, I'm using live and with the past form because I'm talking about the past. So right now, as you can see, lived, started, wrote, was, and died are all past simple. I'm talking about the past. I'm talking about the actions that are finished or unfinished.
Finish.
Finished.
Finished.
He died
Finished.
he died when he was 35, and he wrote more than 600 pieces, and he started composing at the age of 5. He lived from 1756 to 1791. Okay, just there are actions that he did in the past, and they're all finished. There's nothing left right now. Ashkan says the name of the book. The name of the book, Ashkan, is Grammar in Use. Grammar in Use Intermediate. And I'm using the 5th edition. Okay? Yeah. So right now, okay, I want you to talk about yourself and to talk about the past. Okay? And you might sometimes need to use the past tense. Sometimes you should use the present tense. For example, if you are, I am an Iranian. I am an Iranian. Can I say I was an Iranian when I'm talking about the past? Can I say that?
No.
Why?
No. Because Iranian,
Because it's
we
present.
can wear.
Because I am alive. I'm not dead. So this hasn't changed. So, for example, I can say when I was in my younger, I was in Istanbul. Yeah, because I am not in Istanbul anymore. I'm in Tehran. But I cannot say I was an Iranian. No, I'm still an Iranian. Maybe you've immigrated to the US and right now you are a US citizen. Yeah, you can say I was an Iranian, now I'm an American. But if it is still true, don't use the past tense. So I'm an Iranian and I'm talking about myself. And when I was younger, I lived in Izmir, and then I went to school, and then I came to Iran, and I started learning English, and then I went to university, and then I became a teacher, for example. Okay, which is an example. All right, so let's go for Ashkan. So Ashkan, can you tell us about yourself? Tell us a bit about the past and what you did in the past.
I was lived.
I lived.
I lived in Firuzkoh, and I started a new career in Tehran, and I wrote. I don't know because I don't about book teacher.
I wrote a book. You wrote a book.
No, teacher. I wrote an English book for my experience because I a musician and I play santur. And
oh, what a second! So you composed some music, right? You composed some music.
Yes, teacher.
Oh, wow! So you're a composer.
Yes, teacher.
Wow.
I was studied.
I was a study or a studied? Which one?
Study. I was a study.
Wait a second. So Ashkan, you can say is it over? Is your study finished?
No, teacher.
It's not finished. So then you can, if it is not finished, you are still doing that, right?
Yes.
So then you should use present continuous. For example,
I have been, yes.
No, wait a second. I'm studying mathematics.
Okay.
For example,
I'm studying accounting in university, and just that, teacher.
Fantastic, very good, Ashkan. That's great. So if you're still doing something, for example, you're studying at university, you can use present continuous. I'm studying at university. I'm studying accounting. I'm studying, I don't know, architecture at university. But if this is something that you did in the past and it's over, you can say, yeah, I studied English at university, right? And if there's something, if again you're talking about something that you do all the time, and it is your routine, part of your routine, or it is your job, then you can go simple. You can say, I am an English teacher, or I teach English. I can't say I taught English, because that's my job. It is still my job, and I'm doing that. Okay, good. So there's one thing else. When people want to talk about the past, do they talk about important things in the past or unimportant things in the past?
Important in the past.
Important, teacher.
Yeah, important things. For example, getting to university, living in a city, buying a car, getting married, starting a business, right? So you talk about these things, more important. So let me ask Sohaila to tell us a little about the most important things she did in the past.
Okay. I'm living in Karaj right now, but when I was younger, I lived in Tehran and went to a school in Tehran. I'm 30 years old and I'm a teacher. Actually, I'm a web designer right now. I'm married and I went to a university 5 years ago and studied in computer. I haven't got any children right now.
That's okay. Sohaila? Yeah. I believe you're very young. You're 30, and yeah, you don't have any children. I don't have any children now, and you're a teacher, Sohaila, right?
Yes. Yes.
And what do you teach?
I'm a deputy in a school right now.
Oh, that's great. Very good. That's a really hard and tough job. Sohaila, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a deputy manager, right?
Yes.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sohaila. So that your job is really tough and hard, but I believe you're a really nice deputy manager, and I just want to thank you for the job you are doing. What you're doing is very important and very meaningful. So thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Let's go for Omid. So Omid, you tell us about some important things that you did in the past.
Teacher, I was a student at university. My major was metallurgical engineering, and I was studying English in the past.
I studied English in the past. Yeah, I studied English in the past.
I studied English in the past, and now I'm studying now.
Very good.
That's all.
And Omid, could you speak English really well in the past? Because right now you speak good English.
No, I think, teacher, I can speak better now.
So you couldn't speak really well, but now you can speak really well. So that's perfect, Omid. And Omid, what about your personality? Because people, when they get older, they might change, and there might change. For example, I can talk about myself. When I was younger, I was very shy and I didn't talk much. But now I'm not shy and I talk a lot. What about you?
In the past, teacher, I'm like you. I was shy and sometimes I was introverted. But now I'm extroverted and I'm sociable person. I can communicate with others very well.
Oh, that's perfect. That's great to hear. So I'm a sociable person or I'm a sociable person?
I'm a sociable person.
Fantastic. Well, that's great, Omid. Thank you. Thank you very much. Perfect. So great job, everybody. So right now, everybody, I want you, right now, I'm going to put you into different breakout rooms. I want you to talk about the past. I want you to talk about the things you did in the past, and those things are finished, by the way. Okay? Over. I went to, for example, Istanbul. I saw that. You're talking about the past. So that's it. Let me put you into different breakout rooms. Let's talk about the past and try to speak as much as possible about the things you did in the past, and that's it. So let's go and let's do it. Great. Welcome back. So there are a few things we need to talk about. When you're talking about your job, you normally add this right before the job. For example, you do not say I'm teacher. You'd rather say I'm a teacher. I am a teacher. Or you might say I am, for example, a dentist. I'm a doctor. So that I'm a nurse. That is very important. And when you're talking about the things that you did in the past, but you don't do anymore, usually use the past. I lived in Istanbul, but now I live in Tehran. I went to school, but now I don't go to school, right? So that's really important. So someone said I was born in Tehran. I studied graphics in Azad University. I was a teacher and taught painting. So the past tense of the verb teach, let me write it down, is the word taught. Okay, so it's the word taught. Okay, teach, taught. Because for some verbs, we can add ed to talk about the past. For example, studied. Used. Right, I used my computer. But for some verbs, like go, the past tense has no ed, but it has a different form. So you don't say I go to school. You say I went to school, right? That's important. Great job.
Excuse me, teacher.
Wait a second. There's something going on with my taught. Wait a second. Yes. What's the point? Taught. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. Of course.
You told we can instead of went to a school, we can say don't to a school.
No. When we want to talk about the past, you say I went to school. Okay. The past, I went to school. You don't say I go to a school, right? So I went to school in the past. And if that's negative, you say I didn't go, right?
Okay. I got it wrong. Okay. Excuse me.
No problem. So right now, let's go for the verbs. Very often the past simple ends in ed, right? For example, I work in a travel agency now. Before that, I worked in a department store. They invited us to their party, but we decided not to go. The police stopped me on my way home last night. Laura passed her exam because she studied very hard. So, as you can see, these verbs are all about the past, and they all have an ed. Yeah. So, do we say worked or worked? Which one?
Worked.
Worked. Do we say invited or do you say invited? Invited. Great. Do you say decide or do you say decided? Decided. And is it stop hit or is it stopped? Stopped. Exactly. And is it passed or is it passed?
Passed
the test. And is it a studied or is it a studied? Studied. Yeah, studied. Fantastic. So let's go for some other kinds of verbs, because sometimes some verbs aren't like that. For example, if you want to talk about what you write and what you wrote in the past, you can't say write it. You should say wrote. See.
Saw.
Listen. Saw. Repeat.
Saw.
So is it saw or is it saw?
Saw.
Fantastic. Go.
Went.
Shot.
Shut.
It doesn't change. So let's go for the examples. Mozart Wrote. So you can see that we don't say write it, we say wrote. Mozart wrote more than 600 pieces of music. We saw Alice in town a few days ago. I went to the cinema 3 times last week. It was cold, so I shut the window. Right? So that's how you can talk about the past. Great. So right now, let's go for this part. As you can see, here we have an exercise. You should complete these sentences with the information here. For example, yesterday was a typical working day for Laura. So Laura got up at 7 o'clock. Laura, a big breakfast. We gotta read this. I usually get up at 7 o'clock and have a big breakfast. So Laura, she, what should I say here?
Had.
Because here we have the word have, and the past tense of the word have is had. She had a big breakfast. So do the rest on your own. You have 3 minutes, and then after that we'll check the answers together. So let's go for the answers. Number 3, she
Walked to work.
yeah, she walked to work or went to work, but here we have the verb walk, so we better say walk to work. It to go to work. It
It was half an hour.
it took her. Here we have the word take. So it took her about half an hour to get to work, right? It took her. Let me write it down. It took her half an hour to get to work. Great. Number 5, at 8:45.
She started work.
She started work.
Exactly. She started work at 8:45. Number 6, she lunch.
She didn't
She
have.
finished.
Never had.
She says I never have lunch. Generally speaking, I never have lunch. But if you're talking about the past, you might not use the word never. You instead easily use the verb, the negative form. You might say she
Didn't.
Thank you. Didn't have lunch. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, she didn't have lunch. Perfect. At 5 o'clock, let's see what happened at 5 o'clock.
And she
She
finished work.
Finished work.
Thank you. She finished work at 5 o'clock. And number 8, I'm always tired when I get home. She was
tired
when she
when she got back home.
Then she got home, or when she got home, or she got back home. Perfect. Number 9, a meal yesterday evening.
She cooked a meal.
Yeah, she cooked a meal yesterday evening at 11 o'clock.
She went to bed.
She went to bed.
She went to bed, and then I always sleep well. And then she
Slept well.
Slept.
Thanks very much. She slept well yesterday, and that's it. So that's it. Let's go back to work. So we spoke about this. We spoke about the past. For example, I can say I went to school. I saw the movie. But sometimes you want to ask a question. You want to know, for example, did this person go to that place? Etc. To ask a question about the past, you say, did you, did she, did they, and then use the verbs. I went to school. The question is, did you go to school?
Go to a school.
Go to school. Yeah. Do I say to a school or to school?
To a school.
No, we don't say to a school. We should say to school. Okay, to school. Yes. Perfect. So right now, I want you to ask me some questions about what I did yesterday. So ask me some questions. You want to ask me what I did yesterday. I want you to type your questions because I want to make sure that I answer all the questions. So go ahead. So Omid says, did you eat delicious food yesterday? Let me think. Yeah, I think yes. Yes, I did. For lunch, I had some rice and meat, and Omid, I like spicy food, so the meat was spicy. So it was good, yeah. It was delicious. It was good. I really enjoyed it. Pegasus, did you teach English yesterday? Yes, I did, I think, yeah. I'm a teacher. I've got so many classes. And I did, yeah, I did. It was in fact, Pego, it was a really hard day. It was a really tough day because I had 3 classes. Did you exercise yesterday? No, I didn't. Fahim, these days I'm so busy and I'd love to do some exercise, but unfortunately there's no time to do that. What did you have for lunch? Yeah, as I said, Razi, I had some rice and meat, and it was all really spicy. Yeah. Did you get up in the morning last weekend? Did you get up early? Because of course I got up in the but Mariam, I did not get up early, but yeah, I think I slept in until 11. So yeah. Did you go to the gym yesterday? Of course not. The gym, by the way. Did you go in the morning? Did you go where? Ali, in the morning. Yeah. Did you exercise yesterday? I'm sorry, no, I didn't. Where did you go after work? Home. I went back home. And did you study a good book yesterday? Samana, no. I usually study a lot, Samana. I read a lot of books and I really enjoy reading books. But yesterday, no, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. No, I didn't. When did you get up? Yesterday I got up at 8:30, I think. Did you eat dinner last night? Of course I did, Shadi. Dinner is really important. I love dinner, and I normally eat plenty of food. Did you study abroad? Yes, I did. For a short space of time, Ashkan, I had this opportunity to study, but it was really short. I wish I could have stayed more. I wish I have been able to stay more. When did you get home? Yeah, last night. I think I got home at 9. I think it was 9. Not really sure, but it was 9. Did you spend time with your family last weekend? Yes, I did. Yeah. So there are too many questions. I'm not going to respond to all of them because I believe you guys are great people, and we better ask each other the questions because I might have some questions for you. So right now, I'm gonna put you into different breakout rooms, and I want you to simply ask your friends about the past, about yesterday, last week, last month, and ask them questions and try to see how much you can talk about, and try to give long answers to the best of your ability. So let's go, and let's do it. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. This is for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. And I believe right now you can ask more questions about the past. You can make more sentences to talk about the past. And that's it. Love you all. Hope to see you next week. And till then, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
teacher. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.